Love Guaranteed is the latest romantic comedy from Netflix, and yeah, it seems like Netflix is the only Hollywood studio interested in making rom-coms nowadays, which is a shame. But it stars Damon Wayans Jr. and Rachel Leigh Cook. Damon Wayans Jr. is a single man who has signed up for a very popular dating website called Love Guaranteed. But after going on 1,000 dates with 1,000 different women, he has yet to find the love of his life. So now he is suing that website because, per their language, they are guaranteeing that you find love if you use their site. So in order to sue them, of course, he needs a lawyer, and that's where Rachel Leigh Cook comes in. He hires Rachel Leigh Cook to be his attorney to sue that company. Now, what was going through my head as I was watching this film over and over again was that this is such a 90s rom-com. And what I mean by that is, if you think back to the popular rom-coms of the 90s, they all had this kind of like silly gimmick to their plot or to their premise, whether it's breaking up with a guy within 10 days or paying a prostitute $3,000 to spend a few nights with you, or pretending to be engaged for a couple of weeks. But yeah, they were all based on these really silly premises, and that goes the same for this movie. Not only that, all the little ingredients of 90s rom-com elements are there. You got the perfect man, single, good-looking, great job, has money. That's Damon Wayans Jr. You have the leading girl who's cute but a little quirky. She has a little flaws, you know. You have this great, beautiful city backdrop. This time it's Seattle. They filmed it during the fall, so you have all the beautiful leaves falling down, all the great colors. You have the pop song references. You have the funny supporting cast, which even includes a gay guy in their office cracking out these little one-liner jokes. And so yeah, all the little elements are there. Even the main character, Rachel Leigh Cook, she's a lawyer who likes to look out for the little guy and the underdogs, which means a lot of times she does a lot of pro bono work and doesn't really get paid. But even if her office is going through a hard time, she still seems to have a great house to live in. She has great designer clothes, designer bag. Yeah, she may have a shitty car, but everything else about her seems to be really well put together. So yeah, everything in this film is such 90s rom-com, and you know what? Fine by me, because I love those 90s movies. And yeah, and quite honestly, when you're watching a romantic comedy, you're not expecting Shakespeare. You're not expecting a brilliant screenplay. You just want to have a great time with two appealing and likable leads who have great chemistry and just kind of make you, believe in love again for a couple hours. And that's what this movie does. Damon Wayans Jr. I've always liked him a lot. I liked it ever since this comedy on ABC. What was it called? Happy Endings. Yes, he was in this show called Happy Endings, which I thought was really funny. And he's been in a couple of movies since then. So he's a great comedic actor. He could be a great leading guy. And yeah, just like his father, Damon Wayans, who became famous for In Living Color. Yeah, he's great comedic talent. Rachel Leigh Cook is back. I don't know where she's been for the last 20 years, but I think the last and maybe only movie I've seen her in is She's All That, which is one of my favorites from that era as well. But it's good to see her back. She still has that great acting talent. She has a great chemistry with Damon Wayans Jr. So their chemistry was great. The leads were really likable. Rachel Leigh Cook was vulnerable at the same time as was Damon Wayans Jr. So yeah, this movie, it's a good time. And if you like romantic comedies, and you'll recognize all the formulas in here. There's always one major issue towards the end of the movie that splits the two lovers apart. And sure enough, it happens here as well. And 9 times out of 10 in these movies, that little squabble could be easily fixed by a simple conversation, and such is the case here as well. But of course, they don't do that, and they carry that squabble on into the courtroom and at the trial, making for a really dramatic finale, of course. But yeah, that's what we love about these movies. They're fantasies, they're Cinderella stories, and they just take you away from real life and believe in love, and these storybook endings. And that's what we like about them. And well, that's what I like about them anyway. So yeah, in that case, Love Guaranteed is a pretty good rom-com with great leads and a great city backdrop, like I said. And yeah, it's just a fun movie. It's easy to watch. So I liked it quite a bit. So for me, Love Guaranteed gets a 6 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching my review. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, MC on Film, for more reviews in the future.